Well, how do, folks? So it's been a long time since I've posted a video, several months. YouTube has got so strict with what you can and can't say, and you know it's and they may take this down once I make this statement, but it's pure censorship. It really is. But anyway, I digress. But I wanted to make this video today because I found something I think you might be interested in. This may be a fairly long video. I'll try to keep it as short as I can, but I want you to get all the information. And I've got a cheat today because it's entirely too much to remember. This is a spec sheet of this little handgun here. What I'd like to do is we'll just start. And I full disclosure, I've opened this. I've carried this weapon. I've customized it a little bit. Basically, I just added a little pocket clip because I bought this gun to fill a niche that I've been trying to fill for so long with different types of handguns. And you guys have seen the videos. You know I have several handguns, and I've got, preferences on what I like. But let me say, I don't think there's any gun made that will fill every little niche that you have. Specifically me. I guess I don't know if it's anal, old-fashioned, or just damn right stubborn. But anyway, so when you buy, me personally, if I buy, I would love to carry a 1911 every day of my life. It's just not feasible anymore. At best, my Colt, and you've seen it, I'm restricted to 8+1. So I've got 9 rounds of 45 in a almost 3-pound gun. In today's market and in today's times, I don't know that 9 rounds is going to do it. It might be, and if you feel good carrying 9 rounds in your 1911, that's fine. I have no, and there's occasions that I'll carry mine just out of nostalgia, I guess. But with the market today on these little pocket micro, not necessarily pocket, but micro handguns, and with all the hoopla as far as what caliber is best and what the minimum is for self-defense and all, we tend to gravitate toward 9mm being the gold standard. And I own several, and I've got I've got 380s that I carry on occasion, depending. I mean, if I've got on pair of cargo shorts or something, and it may just be it just depends on how I feel. It may just be one of those days you drop a 380 LCP max in your pocket and go do what you do. It fits a niche, right? And then there's days that Glock 43X, my primary carry weapon. And let me start by saying all of these handguns, well, the two that I'm going to show you, are absolutely unloaded. There is ammo on the table. I feel like we're grown-ups here. I don't feel like I need to say for the lawyer's benefit that the ammo's out there in the truck or locked up in the shed, the storage room across town, and here's the gun. I'm not going to show you a handgun or any other weapon that's actively loaded with one end of pipe. And not be fiddling with it on the table to show you any kind of demonstrations or comparisons with it. That's it. That itself is not safe. But as far as that, that ammo laying there, it's not going to jump in that gun, rack slide, and cause you any harm. If you feel that that's what you need to learn about handguns and such, well, you need to keep learning a little bit. And I applaud you in your being safety conscious, but sometimes overkill is overkill, and that's a lawyer thing, and I get it. But I ain't about a lawyer thing. This is my channel. If YouTube don't like it, they can just kick my videos off. So anyway, the rant's over. I'll get off my soapbox. I do want to show you this. And I showed you the Glock 43X. This is not the MOS. I never could fall into the optics. I tried. But I brought it out to show you as a comparison. This is a $500 pistol, okay? Retail at Academy. They go you know, more, and you can sometimes find them for less. But what I wanted to show you today was this little Taurus. I like the G2 40 caliber Taurus that I have. I don't like the slims. Again, it's a single stack. I'm not big on the G3s. They just, from the grip, top of the slide, it just seems like it's that big. You know, it reminds me a lot of the Springfield XDs, and they're fine weapons. Great, they're tested, but I don't like the bore over my hand here. I mean, I want it to be as low as I can. You know, over whatever you call that bore axis, over knuckle, whatever the hell it is. But anyway, the lower that is to your grip, the less muzzle flip that you tend to have. Okay, so I don't quite know why I told you that, but hang on, somebody's trying to call me. But that's why I don't like the G3. They're fine weapons. So Taurus sold the manufacturing facility, apparently, this is what I read online, so take it with a grain of salt, to some guy, and he didn't like, basically Taurus was taking their same old models and improving this or that and calling them, you know, G2, Gen 2, Gen 3, and really not changing anything up and staying with the packs, you know. Today's market, you've got the Smith & Wesson Shield, the Ruger LCP Max, you've got the Hellcat and all the versions, the Pros, etc. You've got, you know, the Glocks. You've got, every manufacturer's making a Micro 9 with a high capacity, just about it. So Taurus had to get with it or get out, and they got with it. This gun is unloaded, of course, is the GX4. It's nothing new to you. It's been out a couple, 3 years, whatever. And this is the only thing I've done is I added this little belt clip, which kind of protrudes out the back a little bit. It's a pain in the butt, but it does what I want it to do. And what I wanted it to do is clip down in my front pocket and stay at the top of my pocket and not go all the way down. So that way the gun is accessible. All I have to do is pull my shirt over it. No holster needed. Whether or not I like that, time will tell. But we're here to talk about the gun, okay? And I'll just get right to it. You can see the firearm is different from what Taurus normally offers. Okay, it's slightly different. Now let's talk about this ugly hump real quick, and I won't spend a lot of time on it. It comes with two back straps, the small and the large. Push this pin out, where is it at? Right here. Pop the other one under, put the pin back in, and you get a better palm swell bump. You know, Glock had the bump for years. But the most noticeable thing about this firearm that I like is it's let's compare it with the 43, okay? Again, all these guns are safety checked. The 43 thickness is thinner. It's a thin line Glock. And you notice the Taurus is a little bit thicker. Now, I've got them slide to slide, okay? The Taurus is a little thicker, but not as thick as a Glock 26. It's kind of in between the slim line and the 26. That's kind of what I wanted. That's why I like the gun. Now, one thing that I do not like about the gun, they could have done different. They got it right with the slide release, the takedown pin, button, whatever, on the G3s and G2s, where it had the Glock pull-down tabs. You know, that's the best thing going. Well, Taurus decides to put this, what do they call this thing? The easy takedown pin for disassembly. I don't know. Well, let's just say this. You have to turn this right here. You turn it. It does not come out. And then you release the slide and it comes off. Well, they send you this little funky gun. Well, it's got a screwdriver head on the bottom, and it's made for that slot. You turn it, and so, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, that's the one thing I don't like, one thing I do like. The main thing that I do like about this gun, a lot of people don't realize, this gun accepts Glock sights. Okay, aftermarket sights that are made for a Glock handgun will fit this pistol. And they did one better. If you've ever taken your Glock apart and had to replace the front sight or wanted to change it, it had this weird little screw that you had to have a little tiny special nut driver to take the screw out. It goes straight up and into the bottom of the sight. Well, this one has that, but it has an Allen head cut into the bottom that you can use an Allen key. Okay, any aftermarket Glock or factory OEM sight will fit right in here and right in this groove. So, side note, if you own a Glock, okay, and you know what sights can cost. So Taurus, shop taurusonline.com offers many different accessories for this pistol. Well, now, if the Glock sights interchange with this, wouldn't these interchange with the Glocks? Okay, the major manufacturers, for some reason, on the Glock, let's say True Glock, they want $129 for a set of night sights, cheap ones for the Glock. The same set for the Taurus, same exact set, is 69 bucks. So why couldn't you buy them for your Glock, for your Taurus, put them on your Glock, and back and forth? Okay, enough said about that. This is going to be a long video if I don't start speaking. We're already at 12 minutes almost. So let's get to it. This is Taurus's. They classify as micro compact. Overall length 6.05, so let's say 6 inches. Overall height 4.40, just under 4.5. The overall width is 1.08, so just over an inch. The gun weighs 18.5 ounces, unloaded. It comes with a driftable rear sight. We spoke a little bit about that, and fixed front. We've spoken enough on sights. You can put any Glock sights and vice versa. My way of thinking. This gun shipped with 2 11-round and 2 13-round magazines. This gun was 329 bucks with 4 mags in a hard case, just like a Glock. Of course, you know, the trigger lock, all the paperwork and owner's manuals and such. The gun has a 1 in 10 twist rate barrel. It's a 6-groove barrel. It's stainless, and it is satin black, and it has their DLC coating. So I don't know what that is. That's just, I'm reading it straight off Taurus. The slide is an alloy steel. It is not a stainless, which I don't know that Glock is stainless, but either way, this has an alloy steel slide. It is coated in their gas nitride coating. It has a striker block safety. It has a trigger safety on a what they call flat-faced trigger. It has a visible chamber, loaded chamber indicator. Let's talk for a second about the trigger, because that's a big thing for this gun. Their trigger on this gun, by far, better than any Taurus trigger that I've ever felt. I might even say it's better than a stock Glock trigger. It's definitely lighter. Okay. Reset wise, it's great trigger from Taurus. For a $350 gun, you know, $329 for this one. Oh, excuse me. It has what they call their signature indexing recoil management pad, or REMP for short. Basically, it's the cut and the texture, which feels pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't want to. It's almost like it was stippled from the factory, but with smaller stipples. We've talked about the takedown pin and the trigger. The magazines are cut. Let me show you. Empty mag. The magazines have this notch cut into them and into the frame here. So in case your mag didn't come loose, it's made for stripping. You get a good purchase on the mag. And now that was the 11 round mag. So you get 12 rounds with that. You will not get your pinky on it. Not 100%. I could make a whole video on that pinky and this finger and what the two have in common. Guys, your pressure on your handgun is on this finger. It makes you feel better to have these other ones on it. But I promise you, your grip is no better. It may feel better to you, but it's no better than just shooting like this or like that. It's a training thing. But anyway, there's your 11 round mag. Empty. There's your 13. Full grip. You notice how that just pops right out? I mean, with a empty magazine. I mean, my Glock don't do that. The gun shoots where you point it. It absolutely does. I have, like I said, full disclosure in front of the video. I've been carrying this gun to get a feel and see if I like it. Excellent handgun from Taurus. I don't know that I'm gonna like this clip that I've got on it, but time will tell. It's got what I would call a plastic polymer guide rod. I'm assuming this is a polymer frame. Let me show you about that takedown. Okay, so you put this little screwball thing, of course you could use a pocket knife or a finger. You put it in here and you turn it. Well, if we can get it in there on camera. And you turn it, right? Now, well, I just redone it. Let me do it again. I hadn't been taking it down, so. Turn it. Well, it ain't gonna turn like that. Maybe I should practice this takedown before I told you about it. Oh, yeah. Pull the trigger, turn it, and then it slides right off. This is a big deal. This gun has full length rails on it. Pardon the scanner, I was trying to listen to what they were talking about, somebody with a gun. Full length rails on this handgun. Stainless steel, I'm assuming. Oh, man. And here's the thing, when you put it back, otherwise it's just like everything else. When you put it back on, you don't have to do anything. Watch your screw. Turns. Uh-oh, somebody's getting in trouble with a gun across town. But that trigger is just outrageous, man. For a Taurus. So don't think you have to spend thumps and thumps of money to buy a Glock or Hellcat. I mean, some of these guns, this is a cheaper Glock model. Some of these guns now are running, you know, over the $600 mark. You get the same gun, basically. And I don't, you know, you Glock guys, look, I'm a Glock fan, I get it. And I'll continue to carry my Glock. But this fits a niche that this doesn't. You know, what's not to love, man? I mean, even the trigger housings are so, the trigger guards are so close. I hadn't tried it, but I wouldn't be scared to bet you this gun will fit in this holster. But I've had it for such a short time, I don't quite know. The magazine release is reversible as well. Just what can you ask for? Did I tell you everything about the thing? Yeah. So there it is, the Taurus GX4. I didn't have time today to get outside and do any shooting with it. I've got other plans for the day, but I wanted to sit down for a few minutes and show you this little gun. Like I said, I don't know. It doesn't come with this protruding out. Now, if you hadn't watched the whole video, it's normally flat. But I put this. This is who ordered a clip draw on here, and they have to send you the new back plate for it to screw down. And I don't know that I'm gonna like it, but it sure does fit right where I want it to. Let me show you, if I can show you on camera without knocking it over, what I'm talking about here. I want this gun to clip right there like that, where it don't go down in my pants. And then I just throw my shirt over it. I've got back in here to keep it off of me, and then it's just, you know, it's just right there. No holster. I don't have to worry about where my gun is. Yeah, somebody's in trouble. I'm going to have to get off here because they ain't too far over here. But anyway, Taurus GX4, they come in many variations. They come in the standard. They come in an XL. They come in a Toro, which basically means it has optics cut. You need to check out that shop, taurusonline.com thing. You can buy the slide for this gun, a little over $100. The standard barrel, $60. Any part that goes in this handgun is really, really cheap on their website. You won't do that at the Glock store. So check it out, Taurus GX4. Like I said, it's not a new handgun. It's new to me. I overlooked Taurus for years since they come out with a Millennial Pro. I had one of those and I carried it back in the day in 45. It was a brick compared to this. Wasn't much bigger than this, but it had those damn stupid hiney sights on them that I didn't like, and it was the first gun I'd had at the time. You had to cover up your target. And if you're going to shoot me in the face right here, how do you know you're hitting me if that's your front sight? You know, this is 6 o'clock. That's how it should be. Not with hiney. But anyway, this gun shoots where you point it. So far, with the ammo I've shot, and I carry Hydra shocks. One quick thing before you go. Even the 11 or the 13, that last round, like with the Glock or the Smith, especially the damn Smith & Wesson, you cannot hardly beat that round in there. These right here, that last round goes in. It's no harder to put in than the 5th one. Goes right in. And then you still have plenty of headspace on the top for the one in the +1. If you've got one in the barrel, and then this is so jam tight that you can't, you have to beat the bullet down in it or force it with a loader and all that stuff, what winds up happening is this is your bullet in the barrel and this is up against it in your slide. What happens is so much tension that could cause your slide to freeze or you not to be able to rack your gun, or it could actually, you know, it bends the casings and all that. You need that little bit of play on the end. With these guns and these magazines, Taurus has fixed that problem for you. So let me know what you think about the video. It's more like a rambling video. It ain't really a tech nerdy super tactical video. I don't do those. Sorry it's been so long since I've been on here. I've got some other firearms since we've last talked. Let's see if this video gets any traction. That'll determine whether or not I make any more of these tabletop type videos. If not, we'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Let's put God first, and let's keep in mind our priorities and what's important in this world. And that's getting out of this world and going to be with Him. So protect yourself, protect your family. Carry your gun. Be safe with it. Love you. Bye.